Good morning. I am John. Today is Tuesday, November 22nd, 2022. And it's been, as of today, exactly 3 weeks since I was laid off from my longtime career. And rather than jumping back into the workforce, I've been chasing down my dream of becoming a full-time internet content creator. And this vlog is documenting my journey between how I'm doing after being laid off and how the progress is going. Thanks for jumping back in today. I'll talk a little bit more about where we're at toward the end of this vlog. Real quick recap. Yesterday, I did publish another one of those little shorts because I was really focusing more on getting some writing and some other work done. I got some graphic and planning done for a live stream we're going to do tonight, interviewing the authors of Tommy and the Order of Cosmic Champions, a new kind of Gen X inspired novel that was just released. Also, the guys over at Tommy and the Order of Cosmic Champions have been longtime supporters of GenXGrownUp even before they published a book, and so it'll be nice to get together and talk with them and share that with people on the live stream. That's going to be tonight at, I think, 7 Eastern. I have a little more work to do on that. Also, toward the end of the evening, I did a Twitch live stream. Now, I've not spent much time on Twitch, but I've always been a believer that you can either get a job making $1 million a year, or you can get 10 jobs making $100,000 a year. Both of them make you a millionaire. So scale that down to my to my situation, and I believe in lots of little different avenues of trickle revenue, right? So we make advertising revenue on the podcast, we make advertising revenue on YouTube. We have our very generous Patreon supporters that support us financially through the kindness of their heart, their belief in us. And so Twitch is another place that if I spend some time and go and cultivate our audience there, which is an underserved arena. Like, for example, when I streamed last night from the Atari 50th anniversary, I streamed Real Sports Baseball. It's a title I think came out in 82 or 83. One of our friends who was watching in the stream did a quick search and said, "You may be the first person to stream Atari Real Sports Baseball on Twitch." Like, well, that's the Gen X angle, underserved, like I said. So, well, that being said, no one's looking for it either. So it's about cultivating an audience who appreciate, older, simpler kind of games and kind of mentality and what you'd see on Twitch. So I'll continue to dig into that a little bit. Today, again, I have to finish preparing for the live stream tonight, just a little more detailed, finishing some graphics and preparing some videos that'll play during it and that kind of thing. And then I have a video to shoot that is an amazing artifact, I guess, that walked into my daughter's video game store where she manages as a completely, almost pristine, boxed first generation Atari 5200. That's, everyone's seen a 5200, but to see one in this good a shape in the box with all the packing materials, it's pretty awesome to see firsthand. And so we're going to kind of walk through that and share that on the channel. Probably I might publish that tomorrow or the next day, because the live stream will be the content for today. So that's I have that stacked up for today, I guess. I do outline roughly these vlogs, just kind of bullet points, and sometimes all I put in the bullet points is just a word or two, and then I have to kind of pontificate on what it is I wanted to share. And the ending of the video today, all I have is the state of things, is what I wrote. And because we're here, I'm 3 weeks on. I would say in earnest, I'm 2.5 weeks into this experiment, because the first few days was kind of building up momentum to get going. And so, especially when you hit an anniversary of something like this, I like to see where am I at, where are things going. And certainly we have increased revenue dramatically over on Patreon. That has been in large part to either existing patrons who care so much about me and the channel and what we're doing that they increase their pledge, or new people who just heard about me and this project and they jumped in to offer their support because they want to help make it succeed. That is one line of revenue that has improved, that will extend our runway and the viability of this experiment. But that's the only one that really has seen appreciable gains. Did a couple of live streams on YouTube where that increased our revenue a little bit. But those little pops of revenue are fantastic for now, but volume is really what we need. We can't continue to rely on our most ardent supporters to throw $20 at us every now and then, because that's not sustainable for us or for them. So it's really about finding volume. So when I look at the surface, data from YouTube looks really good. I got this little box popped up the other day that I read about how much more viewership you're getting and how many more videos you're publishing and how hugely increased your traffic is on our YouTube channel. But that's to be expected, because I've been cranking out 5 times the content. Instead of video once or twice a week, I'm doing 5 or 6 videos a week. So I would expect that to take place. What we're not seeing is increased traffic on a per video basis. We're just getting our standard traffic on more videos. So something more focused is going to be required. I mean, short of, oh my goodness, Dwayne Johnson tweets about us on Twitter and everybody jumps in and we have 1 million subscribers overnight, short of something like that happening, it's about finding a groove that can grow the audience and get us more viewership per video. That's going to mean trying some different videos. That's going to mean trying some different things, trying some different approaches that I have in mind. I'm leaning into that Gen X culture thing that has been very popular with a couple of early videos. Remember, I gave you homework a few days ago to fill out that survey. That's part of that. That was research and helping to find topics that I'm going to cover. It's a little discouraging. I won't be. I mean, this vlog is about honesty. It's not all rainbows and sunshine all the time. I try to be cheerful and upbeat, but it is a little discouraging, and it's to be expected. There was a lot of furor. There was a lot of enthusiasm during that first week and a half. But even viewership of this vlog has died down dramatically. Probably the last few vlog entries have dipped to about half the viewership, but we're getting steadily the same people watching every day. I think, as I said, even sharing this vlog with people helps at least get people to understand what's going on, and if they're interested, but I'm preaching to the choir. I mean, those of you who are here and watching, I know you are already doing everything you possibly can. It's just that's been the struggle of being even a hobby content creator for the last 5 years, that you don't want to pester your friends and say, come on, tell people about us. But that's exactly what you need, is people to like what you're doing enough to want to share it. I mean, think about the coolest funny cat video you saw. Why did it have 5 million views? Because people thought it was funny, and they're like, oh, my buddy in Toledo will like this, and you share it. And that's kind of what this takes. It takes something that's interesting enough to, and I'm not talking go viral and become the next big thing, but to get shareability, to get, and I keep saying outside of our little bubble. We're going to sign up with for a year of support and coaching with an online company that does this kind of thing. We're pulling that out of our GenXGrownUp funds, so that we have someone who is a professional and has coached large channels before, and maybe they can help us get there and kind of evaluate what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, and that kind of thing. We're going to do into that. On the bright side, I know I told you last week I had a couple of guest spots on audio podcasts that I think one of them goes live today, I think, and the other one later in the week. I'm not sure. That's the kind of thing that I love to do, because it gets us out in front of another audience. So I'm happy to do it when people invite me. Things are going okay. It's a slow up ramp. At this rate, it's, at the 9-12 months out, probably won't be there. But there's a lot of runway between here and there. I'm not, my spirits aren't dashed, but, it's a dose of reality when one of these little anniversaries comes around, to kind of see where you're at and go, here's the goal, here's what we're doing, and it's still, we talked before about we're there, but we need to be up here, and that's, it's going to take some more work, and getting to work is what I'm about to do today. So, hey, I want to thank you so much for watching this vlog, especially if you watch this one and if you're sharing me out and that kind of thing. That's amazing. If you watch these every day, I love you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It as I've told you, it really gets my day cooking. I hope you have a fantastic day. Treat yourself well, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.